I can't believe I did this. I can't believe I did this. Like, I feel like a fool. I feel like a big idiot. I feel like the biggest idiot on the planet. So what had happened was, and then he was like, let me follow you to your house. His friend that killed his dad. What is wrong with me? What's wrong? Like, was I possessed? I was possessed. Yep, this man, yep, I'm gonna die today. So this is the story of how I brought a stranger into my home. Yeah. Hi guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. This is your girl OK, aka Duo. If you know, you know. Today I'm going to tell you guys a story about fear, confusion, and foolishness. Before we get into this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed the video. Even if you didn't enjoy the video, don't be a hater. Also, I'm gonna be braiding my hair in this video, so watch me braid my hair while I tell you a very interesting story. Okay guys, I've already started with the braids. I'm just doing like chunky box-ish braids. So so this is the story of how I brought a stranger into my home, like a proper stranger, like a strange man from the streets. So what had happened was, every time I think of the story, I'm just like, God, is it not God that saved you that day? Okay, you fool. Anyway, so I think it was a Saturday, yeah, and I woke up early, like super early. I don't know, I was just like in a really productive mind state or something like that. So I woke up really early, then I went outside, like I took a walk, I took my Bible, like I was going on like a little prayer walk, and this hair, and I lived close to the library, like not my university library, but the city library, like really close there. So I went there, you know, chill vibes. No one was really about. It was like 7:30 in the morning. So I went there. I was listening to some gospel music, some worship. You know, I took my Bible. It was a prayer walk or whatever. So I'm reading my Bible, and I'm about to like pray, and this man just comes up to me and he's like, oh, excuse me, do you know when the library opens? Oh, also I should add that this is a Nigerian man. So he's a Nigerian man. He walks up to me, and like I saw him before. He was hovering around like in front of the library. The library was closed, so I thought maybe like I don't know, I didn't really think much of him. I just saw him there, and then I just continued what I was doing. So he came up to me And he was like, do you know when the library opens? And I was like, I don't know, maybe 8 o'clock. And it's like 7:30. No, it's 8 o'clock, and I said maybe 9 o'clock. And he was like, oh, okay. Then he like walks away for a little bit, and then he comes back almost immediately, and he's like, sorry, do you live around here, or do you go to school here, or something like that. I don't even remember what he said, but basically he starts a conversation with me, which was just really exhausting because I was about to pray. Like I wasn't in the mood to speak to anyone, and I really wasn't trying to make new friends, especially with this man. So I was trying to keep it short and sweet. Hopefully he gets the message and leaves me alone. But no, keeps talking to me, asking me all sorts of questions like, where am I from, what am I studying, where's my uni. He's telling me also about himself. Oh, just like, oh my god. And then he starts like asking me what I do for fun, and I was like, oh, nothing, I don't do anything for fun. All I do is go to church. Like all I do is go to church. I don't really do much. And then he was like, oh, you're a very religious person. And he was not telling me like he doesn't like religious people. And I was like, and you just said I'm a religious person, so like I don't know what you want me to do about that. And then he was saying like that it's not good for me to be too religious, and I should go out and enjoy the world. At this point I was like, Jesus, save me from this right now. Like what is going on? And he was saying like oh my god, no, at first like he was asking me before we even go to this religious thing. He was like, do I know any like nice spots in Birmingham? I was like, what do you mean by nice spots? Like I know good restaurants to eat. Like that's what I was now like. I was telling him all the like fun places I know. Like I mean, he was also like visibly older, like older man, not like an old man, but maybe in his late 30s, early 40s, or even mid 40s. You never know. So like the things I'd find interesting are probably not the same things he'd find interesting, but I was just saying what I know. Like, and then he was like, no, I mean like chill sports, like clubs, all these things. I was like, oh, like I don't really go clubbing, I don't know anything about like best clubs or anything. So that's when he was now like, so what do I do for fun? And I was like, I don't do anything for fun. I only said that because I wanted him to leave me alone, and I know that if you bring up religion and if you say that you're a Christian, most people will leave you alone and be like, me, I don't like religious people, blah blah blah, and they will just leave you alone. So I was just like, I said that hoping that he would leave me alone, but he didn't. And that's how he was now like, I need to enjoy the world, this and that. I was just like, yeah, this is making me uncomfortable. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. Like, I never been in that kind of situation before, so I was just really uncomfortable. I didn't know what to do. And then he kept saying like, sorry, I know I interrupted you. And I was like, yeah, you did. Yeah. And he still didn't leave me alone, even after saying he interrupted what I was doing. I was just like, God, why can't this man just leave me alone? Anyway, so he was still talking to me. Like, we were talking about just so many random things. He was telling me about his friend in Nigeria that studied law and how he's a poor man and he's struggling. Well, and he also told me about his friend that killed his dad. I was just like, why is this man talking to me right now? Like, I didn't even care about anything he was saying. It was just so annoying. So where was I? Anyway, so this man is like just talking to me about a bunch of things I didn't ask him. Just like he keeps finding more topics for us to talk about. And at this point, I'm just like, oh my god, this is like we've been talking for like an hour now. Like, can you imagine that? So I'm trying to leave, and I'm like, oh, okay, I have to go. And he's trying to like, he was saying like he wants to come to my university or something like that. So I was just like, oh. And this was in February. This was this was in February 2020. So it was cold. I was like, yeah, I'm going home. I just, came out for some quiet time or whatever, blah blah blah. And then he was like, oh, like wants to be my friend. He just moved. Oh my god, yes, he had just moved to Birmingham from I don't even know where he was before. He was in a different country. He was in a different country, but I don't remember. Anyhow, so he was like, he just moved to Birmingham. He doesn't have any friends. He wants to be my friend. Keep in contact. Yeah. And I was like, oh, this is what I was trying to avoid. Lord, get me out of here. And then he was like, oh, he wants to give me his number or he wants to take my number. I was like, but his phone was dead. That's the problem. His phone was. And then he was like, yo, I still have a long way to go. I'm really tired and hungry. Oh, child. Anyway, so his phone was dead, and he was like, oh, he doesn't know his number or whatever. And I was like, okay, but I don't have a pen. And then he was like, let me follow you to your house to get your contacts or more. This is where I don't know whether my brain went off. I don't know whether my brain went off or I don't know what happened, child. Like, I don't know. I was hesitant because I was like, what? Did this man just ask me to like take him to my house? Like, literally, I just met you. And I said it, like, I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I just met you, you're a stranger. He was like, even after 1 hour of talking, I'm still a stranger. I was like, what the I was so scared, but I was like, I didn't know what else to do. Like, literally, I would have just started running away because that was the only other thing in my head. Like, just start running and let him just think you're a crazy person. But then I was like, what the hell am I going to do? And then I had the brilliant idea, and I just said, okay, oh, Jesus. Even now saying it, I feel like a fool. I feel like a big idiot. I feel like biggest idiot on the planet. Like, I feel so stupid. And oh my god, I can't believe I did this. Like, it's still shocking me. Like, I'm flabbergasted by my foolishness, by my idiocy. Jesus. Anyway, so that's how I followed the man. No, the man followed me to my house. And he was like, don't worry, I'm not a stranger. He was like, he was basically saying he's a normal guy. Like, he was just what's a random encounter? What the hell? He was basically saying he's a random guy. He won't do anything. Like, he's a normal guy. The thing is, I was scared because he's a stranger and he's a man. But then I also felt like I didn't feel like, oh my god, this is a weird stalker dude and I'm taking him to my house and he's going to come back and kill me. Because some people give off that vibe. Like, some people give off that vibe, like when they talk to you, like no matter what they ask you, even if they're like asking for directions, they have like a stalkery vibe, like a very dangerous vibe. But this man seemed harmless. Like, even though he was a stranger, he seemed harmless. Like, I don't know, I didn't feel like, yep, this man, yep, I'm gonna die today. But obviously it was still a very scary situation. So yeah, the man, I took him to my house. Like the idiot that I am, I took him to my house. God have mercy on me. I took this man to my house and let me go and get a spray bottle. Okay, got water and oil in my spray bottle. It's what's this called? Like anti-dandruff cream, because I don't know. I didn't have a dry scalp before, but now I don't know, maybe it's the weather, like, because I'm currently in Abuja for law school. Anyway, let's get back to the story. So yeah, like I take this man to my house, to my apartment that I share with my sister. Mind you, like not just putting my life in danger, but my sister's life as well. And then when we got there, instead of me to tell him to wait downstairs, let me go and get a pen and paper, I still took him upstairs to my actual apartment door. So he knows the number, he knows everything, you know, like we finally go inside and not I oh my god. I give him not only my number, but he also asked for my Facebook and I give him that as well. What is wrong with me? What's wrong? Like, was I possessed? I was possessed. That's the only explanation. I was possessed. Because why? Why did I like Omo? I was possessed. I had to have been possessed. So I gave him my number, I gave him my Facebook, and he was like, ah, okay, good. Thank you so much. I'll contact you. And it wasn't until he left, like I was just like, what the hell? I started crying. Like I cried so bad. Like I cried my eyes out. Because I was like, oh my god, that literally could have gone south and it could still go south. Like he knows where you live. Like are you possessed? And I felt so sad. I was like, if anything happens to me, if anything happens to my sister, I brought this on myself. Like how am I going to explain? Let's digress for a second. Let's talk about something a bit serious. But I just feel like this is how I don't know. I don't really know how to describe how I was feeling that day. It was kind of a mixture of fear and just confusion and not really knowing what to do because I was scared of how he would react if I was just like, no, because it was still early in the morning. There was barely anyone around. So I was just scared and I didn't know how he was going to react. So I wasn't trying to upset this person and I also wasn't like in full sensible mood because I was like panicking so much internally, like what am I doing? What am I going to do? I don't know what to say. And I'm also like a very awkward, non-confrontational person. So that really played into it because I'm sure if it was like a more someone with a more confrontational personality, that would have never gone as far as it did. But if you know me, you know that I'd rather they shave the middle of my head than complain in the salon when they're doing my hair. That's literally me. Like I'd cry internally that oh my god, why are they shaving inside my head? But I won't say a word. It's dumb, it's dumb. I know it's dumb and I'm trying to grow out of it, but like that's the kind of person I have been. So I don't know if you can just put if you can imagine just the levels of anxiety and panic that I was feeling that day. And I just wonder how many other women have felt that way and like have made themselves feel like extra uncomfortable to make even a stranger who then goes on to be their potential murderer or like or sexual assaulter or other like put like making yourself more uncomfortable in an already uncomfortable situation to make this stranger feel comfortable. Like I just want better for women. I hope that we can be braver and because not all situations will end in murder or sexual assault, but I just hope that we can be bold. I hope we can all find our voice and say, no, this is making me uncomfortable. I don't want to do that. You're not going to my apartment. I don't want to give you my number. Stop talking to me. You're interrupting my prayer session. Like, literally, if I had just said that, I'm pretty sure it would have been fine, because he turned out not to be a crazy person. But I mean, I don't know who's going to be a crazy person, but if like a man would have just been like, GTFO, like, leave me alone, I don't want to talk to you, dude, you're disturbing me. And it's like, even if they had gotten into an altercation, like, at least a man would have said something. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Back to the story. We're rounding up now. We're rounding up. So yeah, he leaves and I'm crying, like bawling my eyes out. It's hard to tell a story and do a thing at the same time. Like, I don't know how people do those makeup and mukbang stories. Like, even ONAJEWWE and ONIME, they folk, like, it was hard for them to, or maybe you get used to it. Like, maybe the more we do these kinds of videos, the better we get. But then how many times are we going to do this type of video? I don't know. I digress. Yeah, so anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So I cried my eyes out, cried. Then I called a friend. No, wait, I didn't call them. I sent them a snap and I was like, oh my god, I just did something crazy. Like, I'm still shaking. And then I told them the whole story, and he was like, don't worry, you're probably just scared, don't beat yourself up about it. Like, because literally everything I said in this video, I was like, oh my god, I'm so stupid, I've put myself in danger now. Like, this man knows where I live. Like, why would I do such a thing? Like, I'm so dumb. But then he was like, don't worry about it, it's not your fault. You were probably scared, you were probably, you know, it was a weird situation for you. It's not your fault, it's not your fault, it's not your fault. And that was really helpful. Like, it calmed me down, Sha. Like, I felt less responsible for any potential harm after that. Anyway, so, and then I think I called ONIME at this point, or if she was at home, I told her. I don't really remember the line of events after that. So, oh my god, can you hear me? I don't know why I'm whispering. On my arms. Braiding your own hair is not easy. And I had to turn off the fan because of the sound. So I'm literally boiling hair just for you guys. Appreciate. Yeah. I finally told ONIME and she was like, guy, are you mad? Which is a fair reaction. And I couldn't even tell like ONAJEWWE and Akos until much later, because I was like, I'm too embarrassed by this thing. Like, why did I do that? I even contemplated telling the story because I still feel very embarrassed about it. Like, who does that? Like, who in their right mind does this? Okay guys, I'm almost done. Almost being the keyword. But yeah, anyway, I guess it's the end of the story time. Am I missing anything? Oh yeah, the guy still messages me until today. He even said he had Valentine's Day presents for me. He said, he was like, he wants to come and give me Valentine's Day presents. I said, drop it at the post office. He's a weirdo, but harmless as it turns out. So thank God. Everyone be careful. Don't bring strangers into your home. And, stay safe. Don't be an idiot like me. Thanks for sticking around. If you would like to see how my braids turn out, keep watching. Okay, I am finally done braiding, so just some finishing touches. All right, so that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and see you in the next one. Bye.